Hey guys, it's Jozy again, back again with another video. Today I'm going to be discussing the main frameworks I use to create, fix, and scale a client acquisition to get you at least 30 to 100 appointments each and every single month. Right now, if you don't know, my name is Josiah. I've scaled my agency from 0 to 50K per month, and now I'm helping other marketing agency owners do the same. Okay, I've booked well over 3,000, even 5,000 meetings at this point. So what I'm going to show you does work, and all you need to do is just stay to the end so you can understand each and every single point. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is what is this pyramid, right? Now, this pyramid is something, or this triangle, you would say, it's almost like something you should build up on, right? So you have the basis of the accounts, then the targeting, and the offer. And that's the same way I look at an acquisition system. I make sure we have the right quality accounts, we're targeting the right people, and then we're saying the right things. Okay. And what I'm doing this video is break down each and every single star or even like sector of this triangle so you can implement it into your system and get it to work. Or if you have a broken system, this is how I would go about fixing it, right? So first thing first, I'll start straight where this arrow is. I'll start the account. So before I even look at the offer, before I even look at the account, before I even look at the targeting, I will think, hey, are the accounts going to the inbox or going to the spam, right? Now, this the same goes for like LinkedIn. The thing about LinkedIn or like Facebook or Instagram, your account needs to look a certain way. So I'll do like, how is your account perceived by your market, right? So do you have a good account? Do you have an account with a connection, loads of followers, or do you have an account that is pretty new? Okay, because the acceptance rates for if you're doing LinkedIn, Facebook, even Instagram differs, right? An account with a quality account with good followers, good activity, it's been an account for 3 to 5 years. It's in a good location, somewhere like US. And for email as well, the reputation of the email sending really makes a difference into your campaign, right? So first I'll look like, I'll ask myself, what does the account actually look like to my market, right? And then via there, I'll then look to assess, is the account even suitable or has it been yet adapted to the outreach or does it need to be changed? Okay, because for example, right, I'll have one client, let's say you have two people. One of them has an account with just 50 followers on Instagram, and another one has an account with 15,000 followers, right? Now, if the person with the account with 15,000 followers follows you, right, and even though he's trying to pitch you anything, you're more likely to listen to his pitch rather than someone that has 50 followers, because the guy with 15,000 followers already has kind of proof of concept, has social proof that, hey, he's a real human being. So the same way I look at it in terms of acquisition. So if I want to scale Instagram, for example, this is just an example, I would then buy good Instagram accounts, right? Instead of going for the cheap Instagram accounts. Because despite, yes, cheap is always cool to scale, but what I found is that a good account literally gives you a 10x or even 20x more results than just a cheap account, because it's just perceived better. It's just perceived more valuable to the market, right? The same way with email. You have someone that just gets their email and just spams straight away, or you have someone that gets the email, gets the .com, gets in the right location like the US, UK, gets it in a very good, let's say warms up very good, use instantly XYZ, and then slowly starts ramping up the volume, right? The second person will always have better success because his account to the market or to the platform, it's better, it's well aged, it's more quality. Okay, so what you can say is at a certain point, right, your account can get flagged as spam. And that could be on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Your account can get restricted. So before I even look at the offer, I look at the target and I ask myself, what is the quality of my current account or accounts? Okay. And then once I establish that, hey, we need to change the account, right? Then I'll just start with that. I wouldn't move to targeting an offer if I haven't yet if I don't have the confidence that the account is up to scratch. Okay. Now, how do you know your account is up to scratch? There's a very few tests. Number one is deliverability. Use things like mail reach or send yourself an email. That's for emails, and also for Instagram, Facebook. I would also suggest you sending a dummy test. So get an Instagram account and send yourself a message and see if it lands on the requested, the spam, etc. Now, LinkedIn, this doesn't really happen, but I would say your acceptance rate does matter. So if you have anything below 20% acceptance rate, it means they have a very bad looking account, right? So that means you have to, of course, get a professional headshot, post more content, just make yourself look like a figure that people can trust. Okay. Then what after I've got the accounts, the next thing I look at is the targeting. Now, the biggest thing I say about targeting is engagement. Is your ideal client on the platform, right? If they're not on the platform, then whatever you're doing, it's like not going to work, right? They may have a LinkedIn account, but they're not on LinkedIn. So you can message them all you want on LinkedIn, but your engagement, your positive replies, your meeting books is going to be really, really low compared to if you outreach them on Facebook. They may be on Facebook every day, but they may just be on LinkedIn once or even twice a month. Okay. The next thing is keywords. I want to make sure you have the right keywords for the right niche. If literally you can mess up a campaign by just targeting the wrong people, or think that you're targeting the wrong people, but actually being a lot broad when it comes to your targeting. Then is job title and revenue size. Now, the job title is pretty self-explanatory. If you're talking to a founder and you, of course, message them saying, hey, we help marketing managers, then it's not going to resonate, vice versa. So you want to be targeting people that actually can make a decision and actually are struggling with the thing that you're pitching them to solve. For example, marketing managers really struggle about getting leads, getting engagement, getting visibility. If you go to them with an offer that fixes that, it will resonate way more. Founders are tend to be more focused on revenue, profits, etc. And if you go for that, it tends to resonate more and you get a better positive reply rate. Okay. Then it comes into revenue size. Now, this is a lot about relevancy of your message. So let's say we have an offer that's saying, hey, we're just going to add 10K a month to your business, but the business is already making $1 million a month. Like they do 10K a day, like you're talking about a month. They do that in 24 hours. So it's not relevant. Your offer is not relevant, and therefore they're just not going to reply to you. They're just going to be like, hey, it's just not relevant to us. Maybe we're too big to work for you, and that's where you're going to get a lot in your replies. Right. So now I have, and a quick test to do this is go into your lead list and actually pick 10 random leads and see if they fit your ICP. See if they have the right job title, see if they have the right keywords, see if they're posted on the platform, see if they have the right revenue or even employee size, etc. And that's a good way to do a proof check to see if you're targeting the right people. Okay. The next thing is offer, and which is what everyone loves, is about the offer, right? And the main thing I've realized about offer is literally just making sure you're targeting the right problem, right? So do they actually have the problem that you're willing to solve? Right. I remember this one time we done kind of like a branding agency, and they wanted to target IT companies, and they wanted to make IT companies look like, let's say, the expert in their niche, right? But the IT companies just wanted inbound leads. So the first offer didn't work, but as soon as we changed it to inbound leads, because that was something that they wanted people coming to them already knowing the IT, because their IT services are usually a lot complicated. So they wanted people to be educated before actually selling them. And when we went with that offer, they just started to book appointments like there was no tomorrow, right? And the problems and the outcomes usually come like in hand, right? So you can also actually add the mechanism. That's another one as well, like what mechanism you're using. And I'll actually add that here, mechanism, right? Because let's say you go to a market and like they've already heard all the outcomes, they know the biggest problem, but you just want to come and essentially beat the competitors by having a different way of doing things. So for example, we had this one client that was in the e-com niche, and when he came to us like, hey, I'm trying to book meetings and it's not working, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, hey, what offer are you running? And the offer sounded good. It was like add 50K per month in 3 to 6 months, or you don't pay. Pretty solid offer. But then I realized like, hey, like everyone's used this offer before. You're not saying anything that I haven't heard, or it's probably like 10 of you in the inbox. So I asked them like, what are you actually doing to get them results? Like, what is the tangible things that you're doing? And he said, to be honest, Josiah, like it's just TikTok ads. Like all I'm doing is just TikTok ads. And it was like TikTok shop ads to be exact. And I was like, well, why don't we just bloody talk about TikTok shop ads and how it's kind of a new opportunity for that e-commerce agency to add an extra 50K per month, because people like new things. So if they haven't heard of TikTok shop ads and you're the first one to say it in the marketing, then people are going to raise their hand up and say, oh, that's a cool way of doing things. I actually want to see and test that out. Okay. And then you can actually back it up with the second thing here, which is proof. So yes, if you don't have proof, I'll tend to talk more about the mechanism. So this may not be relevant, but if you have proof, you want to actually show relevant proof. So I had this, another thing about these clients. I had this another client that was like, why is my campaign not working? He came to us with a faulty campaign. And I was like, like the campaign looks good. You got a good offer. You're talking to the right people. But like, what's this case study? Like, The case study is like, I don't know what it is. And his case study, he was targeting, let's say, construction companies, and his case study was somewhere in IT or data mining. So I was like, of course it's not going to work, because I don't like, you're saying, hey, we help like construction companies, but you're showing them how you help the data mining company, right? And the prospects are not dumb. They're going to type in your case studies in the internet and see what company comes up. And 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 that actually comes in a lot of things, because some people have great case studies, right? They have good proof, but instead of actually targeting more people like the people that they've just helped, they want to go and venture into a new market. And I'm like, you haven't even finished your current market. Why are you trying to venture into a new market? Right. And another thing I would add to the offer is the timeline and the guarantee. The timeline just says, hey, when do you expect to see results? What's the expectation? And the guarantee is just what happens if we don't deliver on what we promised. Right. And people go, a lot of people go crazy about the guarantee. They don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. As I say, of course, nothing in business is guaranteed. However, I feel like if you are presenting, if you are selling someone on a new way to change what they're currently doing, and you are persuading them to focus on your way or follow your system, having a guarantee that actually reduces their risk makes a lot of sense, right? Because at the end of the day, even though they have a problem, they didn't ask you directly to sell them on your service, right? It was your choice to sell them on your service. So they're taking a leap of faith, a leap of faith. That's the word, a leap of faith to you, in order to help you out and make sure your business grows. With that being said, at least the minimum thing we can do is lower the risk for them to take action and to actually see results. So a good guarantee is, if this doesn't work, we'll work for free. If this doesn't work, we'll give you your money back. If this doesn't work, we'll give you money back. Plus, we'll give you X, Y, Z, just to make sure you're compensated for wasting your time. Okay. So, in hindsight, this is what the triangle or pyramid that I use to fix campaigns. The first thing I look at is the accounts. Are the accounts up to spec? Are they landing in the inbox? If not, let's change the accounts. Then I'll look at the targeting. Are we targeting the right people? If so, what's the job titles, the revenue, X, Y, Z? Then I'll look at offer. But I wouldn't look at offer until I've ticked off accounts, until I've ticked off the targeting. Right? Offer is the last thing I look at. Okay, so what I like you guys to do is to take that. If you have something that's not working, really look down this pyramid or this triangle and see where are you lacking in your campaigns. And if you need help just fixing this, there's a link below for a schedule a call. But if not, hope you take this, kill it, generate more appointments, and then I'll catch you in the next video. All right, take care. Bye.